Leadership is one of the most powerful and impactful qualities a person can develop. It shapes organizations, communities, and entire societies. Yet, leadership is not about titles, positions, or authority. True leadership is about influence. The ability to inspire others to willingly follow you, to trust your vision, and to move forward together with passion and purpose. John C. Maxwell, one of the most respected leadership experts worldwide, teaches that the greatest leaders are those whom people follow voluntarily because they respect, trust, and believe in them. In this text, we will explore the core principles from John C. Maxwell's philosophy about leadership. We will examine what it means to become a leader that others choose to follow of their own free will. We will look at the mindset, behaviors, skills, and character traits that define such leadership. Finally, we will discuss actionable steps to cultivate this kind of influence in your life and work. Introduction. Leadership is not a position of power, but a position of service. The real test of leadership is not how many people obey orders, but how many people choose to follow because they want to. John C. Maxwell says, "People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care." This means leadership starts with connection, building trust, and genuine relationships. Voluntary followers are the most valuable because they bring energy, commitment, and creativity. They do not follow out of fear or obligation, but because they believe in the leader and the cause. This is the highest form of leadership influence, and it requires intentional growth and consistent effort. Leadership is a skill that anyone can develop. It is built on character, vision, communication, empathy, and authenticity. Becoming the leader people follow voluntarily means adopting a mindset of service, leading by example, and creating value for others. This text will guide you through the essential principles to become that kind of leader, the foundation, character, and integrity. John Maxwell often emphasizes that leadership is first and foremost about character. Without integrity, all other leadership skills lose their power. Character builds trust. Trust builds influence. Influence builds followers. Integrity is the cornerstone of leadership. Integrity means aligning your actions with your words. It means doing what you say you will do even when no one is watching. People naturally follow leaders they can trust. When leaders demonstrate honesty, fairness, and consistency, followers feel secure and motivated. Consider this. People observe not only what you say, but what you do. If your behavior contradicts your words, people lose faith quickly. On the other hand, leaders who consistently act with integrity create an environment where followers feel confident and inspired. Accountability builds respect. Great leaders take responsibility for their actions and decisions. They do not blame others or make excuses. When you hold yourself accountable, you set a standard for others. This builds respect and encourages a culture of ownership and excellence. John Maxwell states that leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Influence is impossible without respect, and respect grows from accountability and authenticity. Vision, the magnet that attracts followers. Voluntary followers want to be part of something bigger than themselves. They want a leader with a clear vision who can articulate a compelling future. Vision creates direction and purpose. It is the magnetic force that draws people in. Define your vision clearly. To lead others, you must first be clear about where you are going. What is your purpose? What difference do you want to make? A clear vision serves as a roadmap and a source of inspiration. John Maxwell teaches that a leader's job is to see the potential, not the problems. A compelling vision shows followers possibilities, hope, and meaning. Communicate your vision. With passion, a vision alone is not enough. You must communicate it consistently and passionately. People follow leaders who make them feel involved and motivated. Use stories, metaphors, and concrete examples to bring your vision to life. Effective communication also involves listening. Invite feedback, answer questions, and adapt your message to the needs of your audience. When people feel heard and understood, their commitment deepens. Influence through relationships. Leadership is about people. The ability to build and nurture relationships is essential to becoming a leader that people follow willingly. Lead with empathy. Empathy means understanding and sharing the feelings of others. Leaders who practice empathy connect deeply with their followers. They create trust and loyalty by showing they care. John Maxwell emphasizes that leaders must walk in the shoes of those they lead. This requires humility, patience, give their best, invest time in people. Great leaders invest in the growth and well-being of their followers. They mentor, coach, and encourage. They celebrate successes and support through challenges. John Maxwell says that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Investing in relationships builds a foundation for lasting influence. Develop competence and confidence. People want to follow leaders who know what they are doing and can guide them effectively. Commit to continuous learning. Leadership requires constant growth. Stay curious and open to new ideas. Read, take courses, seek feedback, and learn from mistakes. John Maxwell highlights the importance of self-improvement, saying that leaders are learners. The more you develop your skills and knowledge, the more confident and credible you become. Demonstrate competence through action. Competence is proven by results. Lead by example and deliver on your commitments. Show your team that you are capable and willing to work alongside them. When followers see a leader who can navigate challenges and create success, they gain confidence and are more willing to follow. Communication, the lifeblood of leadership. Communication shapes perceptions, builds culture, and drives action. Speak with clarity and authenticity. Be clear and honest in your communication. Avoid jargon and confusing messages. Speak in a way that is relatable and genuine. John Maxwell points out that people buy into the leader before they buy into the vision. How you communicate shapes how people perceive you and your leadership. Listen actively and respectfully. Listening is a vital leadership skill often overlooked. Active listening builds trust and uncovers important insights. When you listen, you show respect and make followers feel valued. This strengthens your relationship and influence. Provide constructive feedback. Feedback helps people grow and stay aligned with goals. Deliver it with kindness and clarity. Focus on behaviors and outcomes, not personal traits. Constructive feedback, when given appropriately, motivates rather than discourages. Empowerment, creating leaders, not followers. True leadership multiplies itself by developing others. Delegate authority and responsibility. Empower your team by entrusting them with important tasks. Delegation shows that you trust their abilities and judgment. John Maxwell teaches that leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. Encourage initiative and creativity. Create a safe environment for people to express ideas and take initiative. Recognize and reward innovation and problem-solving. When followers feel empowered, they become more engaged and invested. Provide resources and support. Help your team succeed by removing obstacles and providing tools, training, and encouragement. Leaders who support their followers' growth build loyalty and voluntary commitment. Lead by example. Walk your talk. Actions speak louder than words. Leaders who model the behavior they expect inspire respect and commitment. Demonstrate work ethic and commitment. Show your dedication by working hard and staying focused. When followers see your commitment, they are motivated to follow suit. Exhibit humility and vulnerability. Great leaders admit mistakes and learn from them. Humility builds trust and authenticity. John Maxwell says that a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Maintain consistency in behavior and values. Consistency creates predictability and security. Followers feel confident when leaders are steady and reliable, overcome challenges, and build resilience. Leadership is not without obstacles. The ability to persevere and lead through adversity inspires. Voluntary Followership. Embrace a growth mindset. See challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. This mindset inspires optimism and solutions. Stay calm and decisive under pressure. Your response to crises influences the morale and confidence of your followers. Maintain composure and make timely decisions. Inspire hope and confidence. Communicate a positive outlook and reinforce belief in the team's ability to succeed. Build a culture of collaboration and trust. People want to follow leaders who create positive and inclusive environments, promote teamwork and cooperation, encourage open communication, respect diverse perspectives, and foster collaboration. Recognize and celebrate contributions. Appreciation motivates and strengthens relationships. Celebrate milestones and successes. Create psychological safety. Encourage open expression without fear of judgment. This leads to innovation and engagement. The leader's mindset, serve first. John Maxwell advocates servant leadership, putting the needs of others before your own. Adopt a service-oriented attitude. Focus on how you can add value to others. Leaders who serve earn respect and loyalty. Practice gratitude and positivity. A grateful and positive leader uplifts the team and attracts followers. Actionable steps to become a leader. People follow voluntarily. Develop self-awareness. Understand your strengths, weaknesses, and values. Clarify your vision. Define your purpose and goals clearly. Build trust through integrity. Align your actions with your words. Communicate effectively. Listen more. Speak clearly and authentically. Invest in relationships. Show genuine care and empathy. Commit to continuous learning. Grow your skills and knowledge. Empower others. Delegate, encourage, and support. Lead by example. Model the behavior and values you expect. Stay resilient. Embrace challenges and maintain a positive attitude. Serve others. Put people's needs first and cultivate a culture of respect. Conclusion. Becoming a leader that people follow voluntarily is a journey of growth, service, and authenticity. It requires more than knowledge or authority. It demands character, vision, empathy, and influence. John C. Maxwell's teachings remind us that leadership is influence, and influence is built on trust, care, and value. Voluntary followers are a leader's greatest asset. They bring energy, commitment, and creativity. When people choose to follow you freely, you build something sustainable and impactful. Start today by investing in your character, clarifying your vision, and connecting deeply with others. Lead with integrity, serve with humility, and communicate with passion. The leaders who inspire voluntary followership change lives, organizations, and the world. Your leadership journey begins now. If you want, I can also create a summarized version or break this into sections for easier reading or presentation. Would you like that?